Hockey fans, a most pleasant good evening to you and welcome inside Class of 1923 Arena, right in the heart of downtown Philadelphia, but a stone's throw away from the 30th Street Station, Philadelphia's SEPTA and Amtrak hub. We are right in the midst of all the action downtown here in the city of brotherly love, and tonight the second half of a weekend home-and-home series between the visiting William Paterson Pioneers and the Drexel Dragons here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box here at Class of 1923 Arena. Caleb White, our videographer extraordinaire, with us behind the scenes tonight. Always great to have Caleb as part of the 412 crew, and always great to have you with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, live on the 412. Second half of a weekend set between these two teams. Drexel coming into tonight 11-4-0 on the season, off the strength of a 7-3 win yesterday against the Pioneers, which saw Jimmy Jacobs lead this Drexel team with 4 goals, and Ryan Nocerino earning his 8th win of the season between the pipes. Nocerino now 8-3-0 on the year with a 2.50 goals against average and a save percentage of .921. On the other side of the red line, we'll see Liam Rice getting the call between the pipes, 2-2-1 coming into the weekend with a 4.08 goals against average and a save percentage of .901. The big names to look out for: Jason Lastra, 8 goals, 11 assists on the year for the Pioneers, and Austin Teets, who will be starting at right wing, 7 goals and 8 helpers so far this season. He'll be alongside Anthony O'Brien and Daniel Testa. On the forward line, Alec Osher and Vincent Stoffel handling defensive duties to start. On the Drexel side, as per usual, Jimmy Jacobs off that 4-goal Friday, joined by Matt Harris and Ryan Sambuco. Those three together, 36 goals between them so far this year. William Mikolas will start defensively alongside Ben Burkhan. And the cornerstone of this Drexel team, Ryan Nocerino, as per usual, getting the start between the pipes. We're going to take a timeout here on the 412. Drexel, William Paterson coming up next. Second half of a weekend series, about, 10, 12 minutes away from puck drop. We'll join you with opening introductions as the ice is currently being resurfaced. And we'll see you here shortly on the Delaware Hockey Network, all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Playmont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Go time in downtown Philadelphia. William Paterson and Drexel set for the second half of this weekend series, and we're glad to have all of you with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box, and we're going to take you inside the glass right now, as Van Halen says, for tonight's opening introductions. Hockey fans, good evening, and welcome to Class of 1923 Arena in downtown Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Eastern Collegiate Hockey Association present a men's Division I regular season game between the visiting Pioneers of William Paterson University and your Drexel University Dragons. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting William Paterson Pioneers, starting in goal, number 33, Liam Rice. On defense, number 44, Alec Osher. And number 23, Vincent Stoffel. At left wing, number 5, Daniel Testa. At right wing, number 8, Austin Teets. And at center, number 51, Anthony O'Brien. And now let's meet the starting 6 for your Drexel University Dragons. Starting in goal, number 31, Ryan Nocerino. On defense, number 27, William Mikolas. And number 11, Ben Burkhardt. At forward, number 18, Jimmy Jacobs. Number 29, Ryan Sambuco. And your captain, number 6, Matt Harris. Your Drexel University Dragons are coached by Tyler Wojcner and Jarrett Ortiz. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Brian Petroziello and Rob Savastano, and linespeople Anthony Saracola and Jack Fetcher. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly behind the Drexel goal as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Opening introductions complete. Lights are on. It's go time in downtown Philadelphia. Drexel victorious 7-3 last night over William Paterson. Decked out in their third gold colors tonight. Navy blue helmets, navy blue pants, navy blue numbers on the back and sleeves, and the original Nashville Predators number font. Backstopped, as mentioned earlier, by Ryan Nocerino, who's got his own fan club here tonight, about 15 or 20 strong. Some of them with Go Drexel painted on their chests. Man, are they brave to stand bare-chested in a cold hockey rink like this one. William Paterson in their away black kits, moving left to right as Anthony Saracola. Nope, it's going to be Jack Fetcher to drop the puck. To kick off things this evening, Matt Harris, Anthony O'Brien, ready to rock and roll on a Saturday night in Philadelphia. Puck is down, and away they go. Breakout pass from Osher. Up the left wing boards from his own blue line. Didn't connect. Chasing behind the Drexel goal, Burkon. Plays it ahead to Sambuco. Here's Jimmy Jacobs heading a 2-on-2. Headman feed trying to chase down the puck was captain Matt Harris. but Liam Rice played it out of harm's way. Still, the Dragons trying to set up in the attacking zone. Here a takeaway from Jacobs. Kick back to Willem Mikolas at the top of the right circle. And his shot from 35 feet is caught and held by Liam Rice just a half minute in. And the first shot of the game right into Rice's breadbasket. He holds on for the pause and play, and the faceoff's going to come out to his right. Paterson's second line coming on, but the big guns remain for this attacking zone opportunity for the Dragons. Matt Harris holding possession off the face-off, and Mikolas plays a hard carom shot in from the right point around to Sambuco, manning the near corner. Burkon tried to flip the puck into the slot. It was tipped offline by Lastra. Cleared from center by Lorico. Frozen by Nocerino on its way into the Drexel zone. And now the face-off will come to his right as both teams will get some fresh legs on. 47 seconds in here at Class of 1923 Arena. Evan Mudrick centering the second line for the gold-clad Drexel Dragons. Flanked by Santino Tiberio and Nathan Steele. Brady Doyle on defensively as well. Together with Pietro Baccarin moving up now on the right wing after dropping back on that face-off configuration. So Baccarin together with Steele and Mudrick. The D pair of Doyle and Tiberio drawn back into the neutral zone off a failed pass across the line. Doyle finds Nathan Steele. A stick check from O'Donnell separates him from the puck. Recovering at center was Baccarin to float this. No, not into the zone. Is this going to be called an icing or offside? This is going to be an icing. Linesperson Jack Fetcher saying that puck was released before the red line, but a conference of the officials is going to say, no, he had that red line. We're going to come back to center with 18:34 to go in the first period. So Dragons can change if they so choose. Petrosiello checking with the Drexel bench to make sure they want to stand pat, and stand pat they do. As again they drive the puck into the Paterson zone. Mudrick with enough resistance, a shot from the point, and Santino Tiberio was sticked away by Rice to the near corner. This is Baccarin, one of the 4 goal scorers for Drexel last night. He had one, Steele had one, Hayden Surratt had one from the blue line, and Jimmy Jacobs, the driving force for this Drexel Dragons offense, putting up 4 on the Pioneers last night. And here is save from distance for Liam Rice. Brings the face-off again to his left with 18:07 remaining in the first period. And the first look we get of the third line, as the first-year Drexel Dragon, Latham Hutchinson, comes in across from Anthony O'Brien. Top line right back on for the Pioneers. And they win the draw off the mismatch. Osher advanced the puck to Testa through neutral territory. This is shoveled in through traffic by Anthony O'Brien. In behind the Drexel goal, where it's picked up by defenseman Ryan Lippy and cleared with a cross-ice pass. Surratt couldn't chase the puck down. Getting to it in time was Osher right in front of the Drexel bench. And he drives it into the near corner of the Dragon zone, where Eric Eisler was surrounded by black sweaters. And Brian Petrosiello is going to call a hand pass. So a hand pass against the Dragons will result in a defensive zone face-off and a no-change situation for them. Walking in all by his lonesome was O'Brien off the face-off win, but too much loft on the puck sends it not just over the crossbar, but into the protective netting behind Ryan Nocerino. And another attacking zone face-off will come the way of the Pioneers as now they change up. Matthew Barberi in for the draw across from Steele. Third line centers meeting, and now Lastra working the far corner is stripped of the puck by the other number 10, Nathan Steele, who accelerates up the left dots to clear his own zone. Backhand pass sails beyond the reach of Eto. Icing was waved off. Puck corralled behind the Paterson goal by O'Donnell, but he's quickly swarmed. And now Satoru Eto tries to punch it away from him. O'Donnell recovers, and this is advanced by Lastra up the middle into a 1-on-3 long shot, blockered away by Nocerino to the far corner. Another hand pass signaled in the Drexel zone. So a stop and go. First 3 minutes and 4 seconds of this contest. And a face-off coming to the right of Ryan Nocerino, recording his first save of the evening. Nathan Steele could not find Mikolas up the middle. Icing is waved off as Rice vacates the crease to play the puck. This is pushed back into the neutral zone by Osher. Burkhan recovers. He throws this up the middle, right on line, having to lay the paddle down. Rice steadies the puck. Osher, pressured by Jacobs. Top forward combination back on for the Dragons, but the breakout pass finds Lastra, who steps over the red line. He dumps into the near corner. Puck was chased down by Panuski. And as the Pioneers change, here comes a 2-on-1 the other way for the Dragons. Trying to tuck the puck in was Sambuco, but Liam Rice comes up with the save. We'll give that another look on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. 2-on-1 coming out of the Drexel zone. Jacobs working together with Ryan Sambuco's centering pass. Sambuco looking for his 14th goal on the year. Just didn't have time and space to operate in close. And Rice able to freeze the puck in the blue paint, bringing play to a halt and keeping this game scoreless. Sambuco with the takeaway. Burkhan, in trying to advance the puck up the middle, instead sees it stick checked up into about the fourth row in the far seating. And this face-off for the resumption of play will be spotted right above the Dragons' blue line, with Evan Mudrick in for the draw for the Dragons. Across from, we presume, O'Brien. Starting center for the Pioneers lofts the puck directly over the glass and out from the blue line. And we're going to do it again. O'Brien wins this draw. He leaves the puck back to Matthew O'Donnell. Baccarin swarms him, and this will be advanced up the left wing boards. Worked in by Austin Teets, but taken away. Baccarin to Steele, gaining red. Nathan Steele throws the puck diagonally in off the far corner boards in the Paterson zone. It caroms to the near side, where a two-a-side battle goes the way of Nathan Steele, at least for the moment. Mudrick trying to find time and space, gives this away. Austin Teets clears. Doyle recovers at center for the Dragons. Now at the far boards, Tiberio pushed back to his own blue line. Good resistance lent by Daniel Testa for the Pioneers. This taken away by Teets. Another failed Drexel breakout pass, but it results ultimately in a dump and change for the lads in black and orange. And the Dragons will work back up ice, or at least attempt to, before Baccarin mid-zone was stripped of the puck by Stoffel. Here's Lastra 1-on-2. Shot made it on target from 35 feet. Doyle with the pressure. And Ryan Nocerino with the save with 14:41 to go in the first period. No score from class of 1923 arena. Latham Hutchinson in for the draw. The shot from Michael Lorico. Caught and held by Nocerino to bring just a couple seconds off the clock. Nocerino now 3 for 3 in the save department in this young game. Puck sky high, brought down by Lazine. Advanced beyond center before he dumps it in behind the Paterson goal, and there you see the Drexel cheering section. Either brave young souls or they've got really thick blood, one or the other. We're guessing by their apparent youth that their bravery is not aided by anything beyond sheer willpower. Big hit late on Stoffel as he sent the puck back into the Drexel zone. And this is swatted up ice by Lippi. Volleyed in from center by Stoffel for the Paterson Pioneers. Sticked away by Nocerino. And now a 2-on-2 coming for the Dragons. This is Andrew Body. Fourth line filtering their way in. Body tied up in the near corner. Failed clearing attempt held in by Surrett at the left point. Puck caroms in behind the cage, picked up by Lorico for William Paterson. He draws the forechecking Satoru Eto out of position. Lorico unable to connect with Dubé. On his way through the neutral zone, lunging out of the crease to cover the puck is Ryan Nocerino, and we've got a pause with 13 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first period. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be, and that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the journey, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. 2-on-1 Drexel counterattack just went awry. Trying to muscle the puck in from close was Body, but now he's tied up in the far corner and stripped of the vulcanized rubber by O'Donnell. Steele recovering for Drexel, but lacking support. He gives it away. Steele holding, trying to flip the puck in. This ends up in the glove of Liam Rice, and play grinds to a halt with 12 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first period. Dante Amato wearing number 14 for William Paterson tonight in lieu of the program 19. The defensive resistance just now keeping Drexel from an A-grade chance. The power line back on now. And the Dragons trying to make something happen as Harris is checked off the puck in the near corner by O'Brien. Burkhan holds. He gets this puck in close. Now on the stick of Harris, but he's angled by O'Brien to the near half wall. Back this comes to Burkhan. Sambuco trying to pave a lane to the low slot. Couldn't do so. In comes Burkhan, robbed on the doorstep by Liam Rice. Rice stepping up to the top of the crease, flashing the leather, keeping the Dragons scoreless as we watch again here. Burkhan walking in from the dot. Couldn't drag one past the William Paterson netminder. And this game stays 0-0 as we enter the 9th minute. Burkhan lost the zone on the cross ice feed from Mikolas. Dragons tag up. Bucci fails to clear. In comes Sambuco, hard shot. Batted down by Rice, he couldn't control the rebound. Mikolas just held the point, but a stick check from Austin Teets sends the puck skittering back into the Drexel zone. Mikolas could not connect with Sambuco. Icing was waved off, so a dump and change. The William Paterson bench wondering why there's no icing. Honestly wondering the same here, because that puck went untouched from the Drexel blue line and on, but presumably trail lines person Jack Fetcher felt that the puck was reasonably playable by a William Paterson player on its path toward the goal line, so on we go. Harris tries to chip this past Lorico up the near side. He takes a hard shoulder from Osher behind the goal. Puck squeaks back to the near point where Doyle gave it away. This is batted by Lastra. Into the Drexel zone. Corner shot from Panuski. Didn't have the angle it needed to get past Nocerino. Rebound ends up in the near corner. where Mudrick races down the puck and he tries to carom it clear to no avail, as holding the point and shooting was O'Donnell. It was sticked away on the doorstep. Looked like Nocerino got some of it. O'Donnell getting this back down low in front. Where working behind the cage was Dante Amato. Here's Amato again. The near half wall. Trying to feed the puck to Dubé, but he got tied up in traffic on his way toward the slot. Osher holds the point. Dubé rings the puck to the left point. O'Donnell gives it up, and the Dragons break out, albeit not cleanly. Steele couldn't chase down a thrown puck from deep in his own zone, but the Dragons will get an attacking zone face-off right now, thanks to an icing committed by the William Paterson Pioneers with 9:35 to go in the first period of this scoreless hockey game. Fourth line staying on. Rather the third combination on right now for Drexel. Hutchinson across from Amato for the draw. Hutchinson in his first year of college hockey last year. A key contributor to the Garnet Valley Jaguars in the Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League, who play right down the road, about 24 miles from where we stand right now, the Premier Orthopedics Iceworks, where Hutchinson played under former Quebec Nordique Stéphane Charbonneau. Here's a 2-on-2. Toe drag and a shot from Austin Teets. Puck was gloved down from midair by Hutchinson. Ultimately played it to himself, so no hand pass, says Rob Savastano. And this is cleared. Here comes Surrett. Surrett together with Lazine outnumbered on their way into the Drexel zone, or into the Paterson zone, I should say. It was Hutchinson with a long, hard shot that rang off the back glass. Puck tied up now by Anthony O'Brien in the near corner, but he's double-teamed deep in his own end with 8.5 to go in the first period of this 0-0 game. Osher tried to muscle his way to center, and we've got our first penalty call right now. Let's see what Savastano's got. Hooking the call. Again, this coming 11:37 in the first period. And it was on Hutchinson. This penalty kill can be brought to you, well, by you. Sponsorship opportunities are available on the Delaware Hockey Network. To learn more, email mjr@412communications.com. The Drexel penalty was assessed to number 2, Latham Hutchinson. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes, 37 seconds of the first period. Hutchinson, 2 minutes for hooking at 11:37. Lorico holding the point. Cross ice pass and a long shot from Osher. Was wide off the near boards. It comes back to Lorico. Teets to Lorico. One-timer from Osher. Right into the Nocerino chest protector. Burkon failed to clear. He was on together with Steele, Body, and Mikolas to start this PK. Body with the takeaway, and he drives play back as far as the Paterson blue line, where Laster recovers the puck, and he drops it back to Amato. Amato up the left wing dots, gains the Drexel zone. He's pinched wide by Mikolas. He's still got a shot away from the bottom of the left circle. Nocerino squaring up for save number 8 on the night. So shots 9-8 in favor of the Dragons. 29 seconds to go on the Hutchinson penalty, and a long clear from Ben Burkon. Sends play 200 feet from our right to our left, and right in front of the cheering section, a two-a-side battle for the puck, going the way of the Pioneers. This left by O'Donnell, back behind his own net, where Amato will start things up again. O'Donnell short again, center off the drop pass. Lets the puck go behind the Drexel goal where Nocerino steadied. And now the Dragons are back to full strength As with 6:18 to go in the first period, we remain scoreless at Class of 1923 Arena. Here's Matty Harris with a takeaway. He walks in. He shoots and scores. Matt Harris, all by his lonesome, lights the lamp for the 14th time this season. Make that the 11th time this season as Harris puts the Dragons on the board. It's 1-0. Here it comes again. Matt Harris stealing the puck from O'Donnell. Walking in to beat Liam Rice. Again, that the 11th of the year for the captain. And the first goal of the night for the Drexel Dragons. Drexel Dragons goal, his 11th of the season. Scored by number 6, Matt Harris. Time of the unassisted goal, 13 minutes, 50 seconds of the first period. Harris's 11th, unassisted at 13:50. Icing against Drexel will set up a face-off to the left of Ryan Nocerino with 5:28 to go in the first period. And Ryan Sambuco in for the draw. Doyle to Tiberio. Jacobs up the middle to Sambuco. Sambuco taking aim from inside the left dot was denied by Rice, playing aggressively at the edge of the crease. Harris looking for a second off the centering pass. Threw one into the leg pads of Rice. Here taking aim from the left point was Hayden Surratt, but his shot was deflected offline in a congested slot. Jacobs strips the puck of Lorico as he tried to clear for the Pioneers. Muscling through is Panuski, but he stood up at the blue line as Surratt caught up to him. Now a 2-on-1. Drexel coming in numbers. Centering pass again from Sambuco was tipped off its intended target, that being Jimmy Jacobs, heading right toward the cage after a 4-goal night yesterday. Dragons change. Surratt finds Mudrick. Cross ice pass well beyond the reach of Nathan Steele. It's taken away by Osher. Osher skating a tight circle, trying to evade Baccarin. And last regains center with 4:12 to go in the first period. A dump and change for the Pioneers, looking to level the score, but met by a pretty strong Drexel back check so far. Pietro Baccarin pile drives his way up the right wing boards to gain the zone. Steele to Mikolas. Stood up by O'Brien at the near dot. Delayed penalty coming up against the Pioneers. Savastano signals a trip. And our first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night will begin with 3:45 to go. As now the hecklers make their way to the Paterson penalty box, where Vinny Stoffel will feel 2 minutes of shame. This power play brought to you by Delaware Sports Medicine. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities, including his new membership program at desportsmed.com. William Paterson penalty, assessed to number 23, Vincent Stoffel. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 15 seconds in the first period. Stoffel 2 for tripping at 16:15. Sambuco, Jacobs, Burkon, Mudrick, and Harris. The 5 attackers. Harris, headman feed. Jacobs couldn't reel it in, crashing the net. Here's Harris again. Working the corner, trying to walk one onto the doorstep. Cross slot feed to Burkon, connected, but Testa was there to offer resistance. Puck is now tied up over the right shoulder of Liam Rice, who stopped 12 of 13 shots so far in the first period. Harris digs the puck free, but Bucci keeps the pressure on him. Now it's pitchforked out. Mudryk walking the line. Couldn't set up Sambuco on the doorstep, and this is cleared. 2.5 to go in the first period. Second attack on this Drexel power play. A centering feed from Sambuco to Jacobs, and another impressive glove save from Liam Rice. Worth another look right here on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Ryan Sambuco from the near dot. Threw the puck into the slot. Quick release shot. And a quick reaction from Liam Rice to keep this game 1-0. So often we hear good shot, better save. Especially there, that's the case, as Rice was forced to cross from post to post to make probably what was his toughest stop of the night so far. Penultimate minute of the first period's upon us. Puck goes up over the glass and out of play in the Drexel zone. Nocerino trying to chip it back to Hayden Surratt, but instead it sneaks over the barrier and out as a souvenir to a William Paterson fan over in the far corner. Amato and Hutchinson meet for the face-off to Nocerino's right. Just a few seconds remaining on the Stoffel penalty. And here come the Dragons working back up ice. Steele gained the zone. Hutchinson tried to walk forward to no avail. This is thrown in behind the cage by Steele. Minute 30 to go in the first period. Surratt bothered at the near point by Stoffel, trying not to earn himself a return ticket to the sin bin. Lippy back at the Drexel blue line. Finds Steele, trying to run the gauntlet past center, enough to avoid the icing. 70 to go in the first. Tiberio checked off the puck, which ends up still in play as it was skied into the rafters, and we've made it to the final minute of the first period of this 1-0 hockey game. Stoffel leads a 2-on-2. Long distance shot paddled away by Nocerino, but not cleared. Filicamo took aim from distance. His shot was well wide. And Osher back deep in his own zone there to recover. Long shot steadied by Rice, although a delayed offside was in effect, so that shouldn't count. Kneeing called here by Rob Savastano with 21 seconds to go. As Prostrelski got tied up on his way into the Drexel zone. We've got the particulars on the penalty. A minor against Lazine. And a PK will bring us to the end of the first period. The Drexel penalty was assessed to number 5, Adam Lazine, 2 minutes for kneeing. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes, 39 seconds of the first period. Lazine, 2 for kneeing at 19:39. The score at the end of one period, Drexel University Dragons 1, William Paterson Pioneers 0. We'll be back on the DHN after the first intermission.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Class of 1923 Arena, right in the heart of downtown Philadelphia. 1-0 Drexel through 20 minutes. And it was Matt Harris with his 11th goal of the season. All by his lonesome off this takeaway for Matthew O'Donnell to walk in and toe drag a backhand past Liam Rice. That was 13:50 into the first period. Drexel had ample chances to make it 2-0, but solid net minding from Liam Rice, recording 14 saves on 15 shots in the first period. Kept Drexel to just 1 goal, and the Dragons, despite having the advantage, having to start the second period down a man for 1 minute and 39 seconds, thanks to the Adam Lazine kneeing penalty, taken with 21 seconds to go in the first frame. Nearly some fireworks to start the second as the wingers encroached off the face-off dot. Tiberio and Teets exchanging a few crosswords with each other. Here an Alec Osher shot caught and held by No Sereno just 29 seconds into the second period of the face-off to resume play is going to come to his right. Steele and O'Brien meeting at the near circle. Holding the zone is Alec Osher, but he's angled to the near corner by Nathan Steele. This kick back to Lastra. Thrown in from distance. Puck is sticked away by No Sereno. To his aid came Brady Doyle to take some heat out of a hot kitchen, and the Dragons D-core clear. Body and Steele head off. Jacobs and Sambuco are on, and they'll presumably be joined by Harris whenever the Lazine penalty concludes. Tiberio clogging up the slot. Doyle trying to keep the pressure on Lastra, and now they change positions. So Lastra stripped of the puck by Santino Tiberio, who caroms it up the left wing boards, and it's slammed the rest of the way up ice by Ryan Sambuco. Jacobs swarms, nobody home net front. And here come the Pioneers back on the offensive. And they have tied it up. No Sereno making the initial save. But there to pick up the pieces on the welcome mat, Michael Lorico with his 7th of the year. And we're all knotted up off the power play tally. A minute 32. Into the second period. Winger took a tumble, and Amato was waved out of the face-off circle. Here comes Harris, bulldozing forward off the draw, trying to find Sambuco, but to no avail. Paterson back on the attack near side, but Ryan Lippy doing well to stay with the play. This will come back an icing against Drexel. William Paterson goal, 7th of the season, scored by number 18, Michael Lorico. Assisted by number 44, Alec Osher. And number 27, Matthew O'Donnell. Time of the power play goal, 1 minute, 32 seconds of the second period. Lorico's 7th from Osher and O'Donnell. At 1:32, a power play goal. And the Dragons respond with one of their own. Oh, captain, my captain, Matty Harris puts the Dragons back in front. Here another look. Harris getting his second of the night. Looked like it was Steele who kicked it back. One-timer here from Baccarin. Sails wide. And indeed, Nathan Steele is going to get credit for the helper on the Dragons' second goal. Drexel Dragons goal. His 12th of the season and second of the game. Scored by number 6, Matt Harris. Assisted by number 10, Nathan Steele. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 19 seconds in the second period. Harris's 12th second of the game from Steele at 2:19. A Dragons icing led to a face-off in their zone, and Nathan Steele has no choice but to carry this puck back up ice. He throws it in from distance. Swarming net front was Burkhan, but Rice covered for the pause. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware, not far from Fred Rust Arena, the Skating Club of Wilmington, or Premier Orthopedics Iceworks can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork brisket and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides that are sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Hutchinson came barreling in, but was denied by Rice, hugging the near post. 1-on-3 the other way. Filicamo stood up just inside the blue line. Puck skitters loose. Doyle picks it up, and he walks in over the stripe. Long shot was rushed, and it ricochets hard off the backboards. Stepping up in the near corner is Lazine. He's got some help from Hutchinson, but muscling the puck away for William Paterson is Dante Amato. Goals exchanged by the Pioneers and the Dragons in the early stages of the second period. A one-goal game again in favor of Drexel, but it now stands 2-1 after Lorico potted his 7th of the year, and Harris followed it up with his 12th to get the Dragons back in front. Lazine gave the puck away 5 feet inside the blue line, and this is cleared by Lastra. Hutchinson will try again. Looked like he caught a stick high off the release just inside the line. He lumbers back to the bench. Meanwhile, this is brought back beyond center by Lorico. Recovering for Drexel was Andrew Body, but he too stonewalled at the William Paterson blue line. Icing waved off as we near 5 minutes completion of the second period. Nathan Steele storming the near corner. Tries to set up Eto. Walking through the slot, switching to his backhand, but stood up by Lastra, holding close to home. Eto stays with the puck. He plays this back up to the left point, where it's launched in by Hayden Surratt, who had one of the Dragons' 7 goals last night. Savastano blowing play dead. As the William Paterson net was dislodged in a no-change situation, as the dislodging was caused by a Pioneer. 14:48 to go in the second period of a 2-1 game. Big guns on for Drexel to try to pad their lead. Quick shot from Sambuco. right off the draw into the Liam Rice glove, and the faceoff's going to come back to his right with just 3 seconds taken off the clock as a result. Now the Pioneers can change, and they do, as the O'Brien line comes back to match up against Sambuco, Jacobs, and Harris. Harris, bothered by Stoffel, tried to shovel the puck into the low slot where Sambuco was waiting. Nocerino steadies. Mikolas pulls behind his own goal. Advancing pass ultimately finds Sambuco, but the feed intended for Harris in the neutral zone was intercepted by Stoffel and thrown back into the Dragon zone. This is lofted up ice by Burkon. Drop pass from Sambuco to Jacobs, and a hard shot covered up by Liam Rice for another break in the action with 14:06 to go in the second period of a 2-1 hockey game. Faceoff comes to Rice's right after he records save number 18 on 20 shots total to this point. And remember, friends, we're only 6 minutes into the second period. So Rice on pace to face round about 48 shots if the Dragons' offensive onslaught continues at the same clip. Amato gloved the puck down, but he couldn't clear. Recovering was Mudryk. This thrown in by Tiberio from long range. Stick save by Rice, and he gathers the puck in to bring play to a halt with 13:36 to go in the second. Face off to the near corner, and you can just see on the right edge of your TV the cheering/heckling section. Decked out more so in early season college football attire as opposed to what you'd expect to see in the cold of a hockey rink, but more power to them, and their support certainly augmenting the atmosphere class of 1923 arena tonight for these Dragons as they try to build on a 2-1 lead. Doyle trying to advance the puck from his line. Ends up clearing the puck into the William Paterson zone, or in the William Paterson bench, rather. And with that puck out of play, the faceoff's going to come back deep into Drexel territory with 13:13 to go. Eisler bodied down, could not feed to Lazine. Puck swatted by Lastra right in front of his own bench. Volleyed from blue line to blue line by Panuski. Bucci leaves it to Lastra. Swarmed in the corner by Hutchinson, who nearly stole the puck from Barberi. Lorico, trying to evade the forechecking pressure of Lazine, needed some help up the far side from Anthony O'Brien to clear. Hutchinson lobs the puck back in deep from center. 7.5 minutes gone. Ozone takeaway for Eisler, who lost his footing, and he's going to draw the penalty.
Doors closing.
So back to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Go the Drexel Dragons. What does Savastano have? A trip. The official call on Matthew Bucci. And as the late, great Mike Lang was fond of saying, for the Drexel Dragons, the turkey is on the table. Delaware Sports Medicine power play time beginning right now. William Paterson penalty. Assessed to number 34, Matthew Bucci. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes 34 seconds of the second period. Bucci 2 for tripping at 7:34. Point shot from Burkhan. Caught and held by Rice. Face-off comes to his right. Harris, the only goal scorer that the Drexel Dragons have known this evening. At the center of a 3-on-2 scrum for the puck. It is brought free by Sambuco. Kicked high to Burkhan with a hard shot from 35 feet. Rebound chance. Came off the stick of Mudrick and the net is dislodged. Behind Liam Rice once again. Face-off will come to his right. As again, the Pioneers guilty of unseating the net from its moorings. So they are denied the opportunity to change as the big guns stay on for the Dragons. 1:10 to go on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play, and they are sent the length of the ice as Jason Laster launches the puck from end to end. Burkhan to Harris up the right wing boards. He regains the Paterson zone. Harris working below the cage. Caroms the puck to Mudrick. Burkhan holding the point. Mudrick again. Stutter step to Harris after faking the shot. Kick back high. Burkhan, one-timer Sambuco! No, sir, says Liam Rice. Another spectacular glove save from the William Paterson netminder. Crossing to the near post. And a little bit of showmanship, too, as he flashes the leather for save number 21 of the night as we work our way to the halfway stage of this contest. Tiberio. Rather, that was Hayden Surratt. Denied from center point. Long shot off the blocker of Rice. Here's Baccarin. Back it comes to Hayden Surratt. Taking aim again. Puck lay loose off the rebound. Hutchinson ran out of space to do anything with it for a second chance opportunity. Final 10 seconds on the Bucci penalty. Blocked shot off the stick of Surratt, and working back up ice was Prstrelski for the Pioneers, but ultimately caught up to by a stout Drexel back check once again. Hutchinson, Baccarin, he scores off his own rebound. Pietro Baccarin with his 7th makes it a 3-1 hockey game. What's the old adage? Go to the net and good things happen? Well, that's exactly what he did. Went to the net, stayed with the play. And we now have ourselves a 3-1 contest. Hutchinson had the primary helper. And we'll get you the rest of the particulars here momentarily. As we've got a Dragon down on the ice. Santino Tiberio slow to his feet, and he will head back to the bench of his own volition. Drexel Dragons goal, his 7th of the season. Scored by number 7, Pietro Baccarin. Assisted by number 2, Latham Hutchinson. And number 10, Nathan Steele. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 47 seconds in the second period. Baccarin's 7th from Hutchinson and Steele at 9:47. And we are indeed halfway there. Plus 24 seconds. As the faceoff comes to the left of Ryan Nocerino. And Testa controls for the Pioneers. Digging away net front, O'Brien. Denied by Nocerino. Burkon able to clear the puck off the near glass over the reaching stick of Alec Osher. No icing here against the Dragons, but this is going to be called back offside. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a darn thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and much more. East Coast, West Coast, or anywhere in between, let's talk about how to get you noticed. Learn more at 412communications.com. Net popped off its moorings again as Rice made the cross from near post to far post. Harris denied by the save, and the save led to the dislodging. And an attacking zone faceoff now coming the way of the Dragons with exactly 9 minutes to go in the second period of this 3-1 hockey game. Advantage to the home team. Sambuco trailing back to center, flipped the puck in over the William Paterson line, where Osher advanced it to Teets and on further to Testa. This is taken away by Jacobs. Cross-ice pass finds Ben Burkon. Short again, Red. Jacobs tips the puck in just over the blue line. He and Osher converge in the near corner of the Paterson zone, and they attract a crowd. Amato trying to dig the puck free. It is worked out of the pack by Osher, and now advanced by O'Donnell across center, and now in over the Drexel line. O'Donnell pressed to the near corner by the other 27. William Mikolas got a shot away, but it was sticked off target by Nocerino. Now picked up by Surrett. This puck is walked beyond center. Odd man rush for the Dragons. No, it's going to be called back offside. Very close there. Yep. The left winger well offside on the entry. So with 8 and change to go in the second period, play resumes in the neutral zone. And the Pioneers chip their way back from right to left. Filicamo came barreling in. Puck stick checked out of his control, but holding the point was O'Donnell for the Pioneers. Mudrick recovers for Drexel. Baccarin absorbing a check from Bucci, could not clear up the near side. Lippi behind his own cage, plays it across to Tiberio, but an icing will send us right back where we started from in the Drexel zone with 7 minutes and 24 seconds to go. In second period play, Dragons with a 3-1 lead, but a defensive zone face-off staring down Evan Mudrick. Mudrick joined by Barberi. Lippi recovering the puck in the near corner. Checked by Lastra after he let it go behind the cage. Rice freezes. And just seconds after the icing, the Dragons earn themselves an attacking zone face-off. Bottom six trying to generate some more productivity. Hutchinson, Lezine, and Eisler in up front. The Tiberio shot made it through traffic. Hutchinson couldn't finish off the rebound off Rice's leg pad. Rolling puck corralled by Lastra and cleared. Tiberio to Doyle, who gains center for the re-entry. Long puck flipped in. And covered by Rice for another pause with 6:48 to go in the second. Dragons fans, we've got some good news. Particulars to be finalized in the next couple days, but we'll have a few more Drexel Men's Division I Dragons hockey games for you on the Delaware Hockey Network this season, as opposed to the 6 originally scheduled. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook, X, and Instagram, all three, at DE Hockey Network, to get all of the updates. Both game day and schedule changes as they're made available. Just over 6 minutes to go in second period action from downtown Philadelphia. And class of 1923 arena, which, as we've said before, and if you've not been here, we'll pick up that thought momentarily, is Jacobs drives home a fourth Drexel Dragons goal. Watching it again, Harris kicked the puck up to Mikolas at the point. And at 14:07 in second period play, Jacobs off the rebound of the Mikolas shot notches his 14th. To make this a 4-1 game. Dragons extending their advantage brick by brick, shot by shot. And Luca Filicamo could not get past Nocerino. Drexel University Dragons goal. 14th of the season. Scored by number 18, Jimmy Jacobs. Assisted by number 27, William Mikolas. And number 6, Matt Harris. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 7 seconds in the second period. Jacobs is 14th from Mikolas and Harris at 14:07. Burkhan hassled far side by Lastra, still deep in Drexel territory. This is pushed clear by Nathan Steele. Icing waved off as we enter the final 5 minutes of the second period. 4-1 the tally, advantage Dragons. Lazine tries to muscle his way past Lastra, but he's tied up on the far corner. He kicks this back to Burkhan, top of the left circle. Shot deflected up into the netting and out of play. 4.5 to go in the second. That puck was deflected over the glass, so the face-off will stay inside. Hutchinson could not maintain the attacking momentum off the draw. This is cleared by Testa. Recovered by Lippi just inside the Drexel line. Lazine fans on the puck. He gets a shove from O'Brien to knock him off his balance, but he's gained the zone. Teets caught up to by Surratt. And Nocerino sprawls on the puck to bring play to a halt off what could have been dangerous otherwise. A great cross-slot setup between Teets and Testa. But the anagram line couldn't make it happen. we just need a taste or a state or something other than O'Brien, and we'd have a true anagram line, but I digress. .345 to go in the second period. Testa gave the puck up. It was cleared by Lippy just over the blue line. Lippy again after it was volleyed back in by Panuski. Feeds it up the middle to Evan Mudryk. Dropped off to Baccarin. He stood up at the near dot by Panuski and separated from the puck. And back come the Pioneers the other way, led by Anthony O'Brien. But he's checked off the vulcanized rubber by Steele, who feeds to Mudryk. And back in up the far boards come the Dragons. Centering pass intended for Steele was picked off by Osher. We've entered the final 3 minutes and 4 seconds of the second period. Delayed offside situation against the Pioneers. Open the door for Pietro Baccarin to set up his own entry. Cross slot pass from Steele to Mudryk. And again, the Paterson net comes off its moorings as Liam Rice crosses to the near post. Linesperson Anthony Saracola squirting some water at the bases of the post to try to give them a little bit more stability. Dragons could change, Pioneers couldn't on that stoppage. And Drexel's going to try to take advantage and get their power line back on. Harris and Jacobs accounting for 3/4 of the Dragons' offensive productivity so far tonight. 2.5 to go in the second period. 4-1, the advantage, Drexel. Here in the closing moments of period number 2, Sambuco to Harris, give and go. Sambuco couldn't get to the puck in time. It was right on target for Rice to cover. And he does. If baseball is a game of inches, hockey is a game of fractional degrees. If that pass ends up a degree and a half left of where it was, Sambuco's got a great chance for a net front tap-in. Face off to Rice's left with 2:20 to go. Here in second period play, Burkon's cross slot pass to Sambuco caught him in the skate. And here's a 3-on-3 William Paterson counterattack. The shot from O'Donnell was tipped off its line and amid net front congestion. Follow-up chance came from Lastra, steering the puck out of harm's way. William Mikolas doing well to control the net front territory. Sambuco drop pass to Harris the other direction. Burkon couldn't hold. This is poked away by Amato. 2-on-2 coming for the Pioneers, but D'Amato was slowed up by the reaching stick of the back-checking Jimmy Jacobs. Here's Burkon leading a 2-on-2. Trying to cut through the slot for the Dragons on the doorstep. Eisler couldn't get past a lunging Rice. Rice back into position. Shot from Mikolas blocked in traffic. And again, the net is dislodged. Behind William Paterson, netminder Liam Rice. Jason Lastra pleading his case there should be a change, but what keeps happening time and time again when Rice crosses from post to post, he kicks the post off, inadvertently granted, with his skate. And as a result, those stoppages being caused directly by the Pioneers, and no change situations galore for the visiting team as a result. Minute 12 to go in the second. Hutchinson could not chase down the puck as we reach the final minute. Dragons with some breathing room, though. 4-1 their advantage here in the closing seconds of the middle frame. Surratt trying to work through traffic, feeds to Lazine. Puck is loose in front. Rice scrambling back into position after aggressively blocking the angle. Final 35. Lazine, one-timer from Hayden Surratt. Frozen by Rice for the pause. And some fireworks after the whistle as Dragons and Pioneers exchange a few love taps in the general vicinity of the crease. Neither side the worse for wear. Both teams change. And the faceoff comes again to the right of Liam Rice with 32 seconds to go in second period action from downtown Philly. Puck lofted from the far corner by Lorico, was gloved down by Lippi, holding the zone for Drexel. Hayden Surratt takes a high hit at the half boards from Bucci. And here's Teets the other way, final 12. Nocerino steers the puck off his backhand out of traffic, tries to lunge back into position, and we've got another Savastano penalty call. This a cross-check coming with 6 2/5 seconds to go. And it's going against Lorico. So a Delaware Sports Medicine power play will bring second period action to a close. William Paterson penalty assessed to number 18. Michael Lorico, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 19:53 in the second period. Lorico, 2 for cross-checking at 19:53. At the end of 2 periods, the score, Drexel Dragons 4, William Paterson Pioneers 1. We'll be back after the second intermission here on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Class of 1923 Arena. Dragons breathing fire in the second period, turning a 1-0 lead through one into a 4-1 lead through two. And it was Matt Harris who gave the Dragons the initial lead, reclaiming the lead for them early in the second period. Pietro Baccarin, mid-period, potting his 7th of the season to make it a 3-1 hockey game. And then Jimmy Jacobs burying his 14th of the year from long distance to send the Dragons to the dressing room up 4-1. Minute and a half left on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Dragons to start the third period. As with 6 2/5 seconds to go in the second, William Paterson's Michael Arico was ruled off for a cross-check. Ryan Sambuco holding the right point. Works the puck to Jacobs. Back to Sambuco. It comes across to Burkon. Burkon one-timer off the give and go. Trying to dig the puck free from the pads of Liam Rice was Evan Mudrick, but he couldn't finish for one for the thumb on the welcome mat. Pioneers clear. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, William Paterson wearing their away black kits. Orange numbers on the back and sleeves, moving left to right here in third period play. Drexel in their third gold kits, moving right to left the way we see it from here in the 412 Communications press box. Benny Burkon switches to his backhand to gain some space from Lastra, and he caroms the puck off the back glass in behind the cage. It's held now by Jacobs. Sambuco stepping up from the dot, pickpocketed by Alec Osher, who walks his way up to the blue line. Osher with time and space, slowed up finally at the Drexel blue line by Jacobs, who caught up to him after Sambuco kept the pressure on the whole way through the neutral zone. Harris and Jacobs back in together. Final seconds of the power play. Jacobs looking for his second of the night. Splits defenders. He tried to line up a shot in the mid-slot, but the puck was taken away and nearly cleared by O'Donnell, but held in briefly by Tiberio. Here's a 2-on-2 the other direction. Long shot caught and held by Ryan Osorino, denying Michael Arico the pleasure of a second William Paterson goal. 2 minutes and change gone here in the third period. Face-off coming to the right of Ryan Osorino. Hutchinson and Amato taking the face-off. And the Dragons clear. Matthew O'Donnell posts up behind his own goal. Filicamo. Cross-ice feed to Amato, who walks in over the Drexel line, but he's steered by Tiberio to the far corner. Santino Tiberio trying to trap the puck at the kick plate, but he can't shovel it forward up the far boards. Zone is held by Bucci. Puck taken away by Hutchinson. Baccarin was spun off his feet. Hutchinson could not pursue the puck. Steele held the zone, though. So Drexel's able to set up here on the offensive, working to the 3-minute mark of the third period. The long shot from Doyle was turned aside by Rice. Rebound controlled by Amato. Cleared off the glass, caught a stanchion awkwardly, and Luc Dubé floats it forward to Luca Filicamo up the right wing boards and in behind the Drexel goal. The chase for the puck continues. Tiberio plays it up the far side, Baccarin to Steele, across near side, Brady Doyle with time and space and acceleration. Long shot from Doyle enables a changing of the guard for the Dragons as Rice gloves the puck down, but with no pressure around him, he's forced to play it on. Eto could not clear neutral ice. Here's Surrett walking in up the left wing boards, hacked at by Lastra, but Surrett kept on ticking, trying to get a shot away. And again, play whistle dead by referee Brian Petroziello with 16 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Net has been reset. Eisler and O'Brien on for the draw. 1v4 mismatch in the face-off circle. Won initially by the Pioneers, but an aggressive Drexel forecheck almost led to a close-up chance from Andrew Body. The Pioneers work their way up ice. Nocerino paddles the puck beyond the reach of Tietz. Surrett finds Lippy, who tried to loft the puck out of harm's way. It was gloved down by Lastra inside the line. Lastra pile drives Lippy into the backboards. This is intercepted by Body and floated clear. Recovered by Panuski, thrown in from just in front of his own bench. And with 4.5 minutes elapsed in the third period, the Pioneers get some fresh legs on ice. Meanwhile, Jimmy Jacobs lost his footing trying to walk in over the blue line. Fresh Dragons on. Dump and change opening the door for the Pioneers to work back up ice. But Matty Harris will try to push this clear. He couldn't. Walking in up the middle was Testa, but he was slowed up by Mikolas and ultimately stripped of the puck by Harris, who's got 2 goals and an assist so far tonight to lead the Dragons through 75% of their 4-1 advantage. Sambuco gave up the zone. Mikolas back deep in his own end to recover and set up a more deliberate attack. Stretch pass to Sambuco. He throws the puck in under pressure from Testa. Rice again freezes for the pause, and the face-off will come to his right with 14:30 to go in regulation and a 4-1 Drexel lead. The Mudrick line coming on. Mudrick and Amato to take the draw to the right of Liam Rice, who's had the upper hand in 35 of Drexel's 39 shots tonight. Steele at the center of the battle for the puck near side. Trying to walk it forward was Darren LaCourte for the black-clad Pioneers, but back come the Dragons on the offensive. Baccarin and Stoffel converge. Mudrick tries to chip the puck in over Stoffel to no avail. Here's Giovanni Russo. Matthew O'Donnell trying to work his way in. That 27 looked like a 22 briefly as he cut across the blue line. O'Donnell ultimately slowed up and driven behind the goal line. Steele clears the other way. Osher made puck contact, so there's no icing here, and Osher's driven into the back wall by Pietro Baccarin, trying to find a way out of Pioneer territory. O'Donnell knocked off his feet by Baccarin in a puck battle at center. Back up is LaCourte, unable to work over the blue line. Eisler pinches the puck right in front of the door at the William Paterson bench area. Shot was lobbed in from neutral zone traffic. Paddled down by No Sereno. Here a failed slap shot from Lastra trickled in toward the Drexel cage. Dragons clear. Long shot coming off the stick of Osher. Just above the blue line was turned aside by No Sereno for save number 21. The physicality of the game has ramped up considerably here in the third period. And the whistle sounds deep in the Drexel zone. Leading to the ushering of Santino Tiberio to the sin bin. Boarding the call from Rob Savastano. And it will be a garden variety minor, putting the Dragons down until roundabout the midpoint of the period. The Drexel penalty was assessed to number 16, Santino Tiberio. 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 15 seconds in the third period. Tiberio, 2 for boarding at 7:15. No Sereno's rebound control has really been his saving grace tonight. I mean, he's strong on his angles night in and night out, but the fact that he is limited second chance opportunities as well as he has, that's been the difference maker in this game, at least defensively speaking, for the Dragons. That paired with a strong back check and a great presence in all three zones. Drexel with a clear-cut advantage, and they're 12 minutes away from completing a weekend sweep. Lastra dances up the right dots. Hard shot off the rebound from O'Brien was wide after No Sereno made the initial save. And here the net knocked off its moorings by Ryan Nocerino. Tables turned a little bit here, as now the Dragons forbidden from changing. Crucial moment in the PK as well, as we're working roundabout to the midpoint of it. Eto, Botti, Burkon, and Mikolas, the quartet of killers on for the Dragons, and they send this puck clear up the right wing boards, so O'Donnell's got to chase after it. O'Donnell slowed up by the sweeping stick of Andrew Botti. Inside a minute to go now on the Tiberio boarding minor. Amato, drop pass to Filicamo after gaining the zone right side. Puck is taken away by Andrew Botti, who takes a high stick, but play continues on as that contact was ruled indirect. In comes O'Donnell up the left wing boards. He plays the body on Mikolas. Racing in to recover the puck is Barberi for William Paterson. Through the high slot, this goes past the reaching stick of Dante Amato. Back deep into Paterson territory. 18 seconds remaining on the Tiberio penalty. 11 minutes remaining in regulation. 4-1 the score. Advantage Drexel. Fetcher took a tumble at the blue line. Sambuco unleashes a shot from the dot, but it's blockered away by Rice. Sambuco pulls back. Tiberio heads to the bench. Drexel are back full strength. O'Donnell couldn't run the gauntlet up the middle of the neutral zone. Slowed up at the blue line. Surrett tried to stretch the puck ahead to Sambuco, who made contact with it right at the blue line to avoid the icing. And now Jacobs sets up on the attack at the right side. He beats two defenders. Sambuco shot! Score! Wow! Ryan Sambuco doing Ryan Sambuco things. His 14th of the year makes it a 5-1 hockey game. Let's give it another look. Jacobs, great perseverance to stay with the play. He flips the puck to Sambuco, who was making a beeline for the net. And 9:44 into the third period. The Drexel lead increases to 4 goals. Drexel University Dragons goal. His 14th of the season. Scored by number 29, Ryan Sambuco. Assisted by number 18, Jimmy Jacobs. Time of the goal, 9 minutes 44 seconds. In the third period, Sambuco's 14th from Jacobs at 9:44. Four-goal advantage, 9:20 to go. Puck emerges from the short board's far side. Nathan Steele backhand, covered by Rice, trying to finish on the doorstep was Jacobs, and oh my goodness, here we go. Absolute carnage. Panuski's gone. And so is LaCourte. So too, I believe, Harris. And somebody else. So with 9:13 to go, here in this 5-1 hockey game, advantage Drexel. We've got the rest of the story. William Paterson penalties. Assessed to number 2, Justin Panuski, and number 17, Darren LaCourte. Drexel penalties. Assessed to number 6, Matt Harris, and number 18, Jimmy Jacobs. 5 minutes and game disqualifications for fighting. Time of the penalties, 10 minutes, 47 seconds in the third period. Again, Panuski and LaCourte, Harris and Jacobs, 5 and a DQ each for fighting. Time of the penalties, 10 minutes, 47 seconds in the third period. And given that Harris and Jacobs have accounted for 60% of the offensive productivity of the Dragons tonight, they certainly got the worst of the exchange. Face-off's going to take place above the blue line. And Tyler Wojcner's going to have to shuffle the lines here with Ryan Sambuco without his usual compadres now on Drexel's top line, and the defense is going to have to step up their game here as well. Doyle to Steele. Puck gloved down as O'Brien sent it deep into the Drexel zone. This is controlled now by Doyle, but not cleared. Walking in is Austin Teets, slowed up by the reaching stick of Mudrick, who plays the carom behind the net around to the far corner. There waiting was Lastra, met by Tiberio, and recovering is Mudrick. 8.5 minutes to go. In this 5-1 hockey game, advantage the Dragons. Burkon, Steele, shot, turned aside by Rice. Steele gets his own rebound. Baccarin offering good support in the near corner. This is cleared, steadied by Nocerino, so there will be no icing against William Paterson. So Panuski and LaCourte both off for fighting for the Pioneers. And on the Drexel side, both Harris and Jacobs with early exits. Mikolas failed to make it a 6th Drexel goal just seconds ago. 7.5 to go. Benny Burkon turns a tight circle to gain some space from the forechecking Michael Arico. Mikolas just cleared, tipping the puck back in over the Drexel line was O'Donnell. Burkon's got to walk this up the middle. Through traffic he comes. A poke check from Stoffel slowed him up in the high slot. Eisler protecting. Eisler tried to take aim from the top of the zone. Hutchinson tipped the puck off its intended line. Mikolas launched it in, intercepted by Amato, and volleyed across neutral ice. Here's Eisler, 2-on-1. Eisler tried to walk the puck in over Rice, and play is whistled to a halt. 6:40 to go. The chain reaction net front with Liam Rice having fallen, run into, and ultimately we continue on with no further incident. And Sambuco is joined now by Body and Eto. Body and Eto have seen plenty of each other all season, but Sambuco working with a pair of new line mates here as we come to the final 6.5 minutes. Satoru Eto, net front, Sambuco denied by Rice. 6 and change to go. Face-off migrating to the far circle. Tomorrow here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Villanova and Delaware squaring off at Fred Rust Arena. Game time 3:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Airtime 3 o'clock from the first state. Sambuco, net front feed. Body couldn't tip the puck past Rice on the doorstep. This taken away by Filicamo. Rolling puck skitters toward the near corner of the Paterson zone, where it is slammed out off the near boards by Alec Osher. Recovering deep in his own end was Sambuco. No Serino. To Surrett. Up the left wall, Body was slowed up. Puck given away to Osher. Sambuco intercepts. He walks back in over the line. Filicamo steals. Lastra floats in up the left wing boards. Santino Tiberio recovering for the Dragons, and the feed from Steele evaded the reach of Pietro Baccarin heading toward the Paterson blue line. 5:15 to go in regulation in this 5-1 game. Drexel more or less having put a bow on this one. Lastra's offside. .445 remaining. Prstrelski gains the line. Tiberio could not clear. Prstrelski again sees the puck stick checked up in the air. It was gloved down net front but not cleared. Holding the right point, Stoffel throws it in off the backboards and no Serino covers. .412 to go. How about that? In this 5-1 Drexel lead. Over the William Paterson Pioneers. Eisler to Lazine. Lazine stick handles into space. He tried to feed Eisler on the doorstep. Hutchinson with a one-timer wide. Here's Burkon winding up from the dot. Rice squares up to the post. Again, leaving the puck lay in front of him, but it was cleared out from the top of the blue paint. And hustling back into the Drexel zone to recover is William Mikolas. So Harris and Jacobs both with Gordie Howe hat tricks tonight. As we come to the final 200 seconds from class of 1923 arena. Penalty with 3:09 remaining. What's Petro got here? Trip on Hutchinson. So while at this point but a formality, back on the PK go the Dragons. And the Pioneers strike while the iron's hot. Right off the rip. William Paterson get their second, and we'll see how it materializes right now. Testa with the goal from the Amato face-off win. And we're now 5-2. The Drexel penalty was assessed to number 2, Latham Hutchinson, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 51 seconds in the third period. Hutchinson, 2 for tripping at 16:51. William Paterson goal, his second of the season. Scored by number 5, Daniel Testa. Assisted by number 14, Dante Amato. Time of the power play goal, 16 minutes, 55 seconds in the third period. Testa's second from Amato at 16:55, a power play goal. .206 to go. Sambuco trying to cut across the top of the circle, but Lastra stole the puck from him and sent it back in to the Drexel end. This is covered by Rice for the pause.
Everybody clap your hands.
1:45 remaining.
Check it out, child. How low can you go? Can you go down low?
Steele, Mudrick, Baccarin.
How low can you go?
On for the Dragons. And Nathan Steele tried to slow up Matthew O'Donnell. Mudrick takes the puck away. Advanced to Steele, thrown off the backboards from distance. Paddled by Rice, around the back corner. Steadied by Filicamo, advanced by Amato up the left wing boards, back into the Dragons' end. No Sereno holds here for the pause. Minute and 14 seconds to go. Working our way to the final minute. of this contest is once again Ryan Nocerino comes up with the save and the hold. Face-off migrates near side. And walking up ice is Lazine, gaining center before working the puck in behind the William Paterson goal. Mikolas taken off his feet. Play will continue on as this one is effectively in the books. Eisler, Mikolas, Burkon. Rice chips the puck off the corner glass. William Mikolas drives it back deep. In the slot, Lazine fans on the puck. Hutchinson offering support. Tried the shoot in with 17 seconds to go, but that shot was bothered by Stoffel. Hutchinson working the perimeter. Gave the puck away. Amato up the left wing boards. Final three. He's slowed up on his way to the net by Mikolas. The horn sounds, and that, my friends, will bring Saturday night hockey in Philadelphia to a conclusion. The final score, Drexel University Dragons 5, William Paterson Pioneers 2. Tonight's final shots on goal. William Paterson 32, Drexel 48. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star, with 30 saves for Drexel, number 31, Ryan Nocerino. The number 2 star, with a goal and an assist, and then some, number 18, Jimmy Jacobs. And the number 1 star of tonight's game, with 2 goals and an assist for Drexel, including the game winner, number 6, Matt Harris. Once again, tonight's final score, Drexel Dragons 5, William Paterson Pioneers 2. For the staff and management of Class of 1923 Arena, for your Drexel University Dragons, to everyone joining us here in Philadelphia tonight and everyone joining us tonight on the Delaware Hockey Network as well. James Witherite saying thank you for your company, and we will see you again in the very near future. Good night to you all. So a wrap for us here on the DHN. For Caleb White, our videographer, another job well done. For our co-executive producer, Molly Jo Rosen. For Broadway, Joe Sindoni and Trey Wright, our assistant producers. For production assistant, Eli Swope. James Witherite, thanking you all once again for spending your Saturday night with us. And we'll do it all again very soon. We're back on air tomorrow. Villanova at Delaware. Game time 3:15 from Fred Rust Arena. And we'll be right back here at Class of 1923 Arena next Saturday. Be sure to follow us on social media at DE Hockey Network, Facebook, X, and Instagram for updates to the schedule as they come, as we've got more Drexel Dragons hockey for you in the offing here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again soon.